Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome along. A warm welcome to all of you watching at home to today's Azerbaijan Grand Prix, and a race that in its short history has already proven no stranger to drama. A fourth-row start is just about as likely to give you a podium as a pole position would. And remember, in 2017 and 2018, both Lance Stroll and then Sergio Perez took surprise podiums here. With 20 turns and a length of 3.7 miles, Baku City Circuit in the heart of the Azerbaijan capital is a real test of a driver's endurance, patience and precision. 90-degree corners through Sector 1 lead into a tightening uphill sprint as we start to circle around the old city. Then a 1.4-mile chase flat out through Sector 3 towards the finish line. Anthony Davidson is alongside me as usual for the race today. Why don't we discuss Red Bull? What do you make of their performance so far this season?
Well, the atmosphere within that team seems very positive at the moment. Everyone seems like they're in great spirits and having a lot of fun doing what they do, and that's definitely contributed to the performances we've seen.
It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. Good job yesterday from Valtteri Bottas. The Finn starts from pole position, and it's Lewis Hamilton alongside. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Verstappen, Leclerc, Sebastian Vettel, and Stroll, Gasly, Perez, Ricciardo, and an AlphaTauri, Sainz, Albon, Lando Norris, and Raikkonen, Magnussen, Russell, Nicholas Latifi, and Antonio Giovinazzi. Ocon, they've taken a grid penalty, and Romain Grosjean, so let's go down to the track.
It's our Azerbaijan Grand Prix, the 5 red lights. And it's lights out and away we go. Lewis Hamilton's pointing towards the Valtteri Bottas to try to cover him up. Bottas is up into first place. Max Verstappen got away pretty well, and he's side by side with Lewis Hamilton and past Lewis Hamilton. We get past quite a few cars there at the start, and now we have our teammate just in front of us. As you see, there Lewis Hamilton dropping down to third place now. So that's not the start that he would have wanted, but he's all on the back of Max Verstappen. And Lewis Hamilton will, and now we send it down the inside of a Ferrari. I think that's Sebastian Vettel. It is Sebastian Vettel. So we've gotten past quite a few cars, and now we have Pierre Gasly just in front of us. And Alexander Albon is making a couple places at the start after a grid penalty, and he will be trying to score points later on this afternoon if he can get past quite a few cars, but it's a long way from points at the moment. Now through the tight twisty section of Castle, and it's Valtteri Bottas. He's doing everything that he needs to do to try to seal this championship earlier than later. He was leading the last race before he crashed out and had to drop down to last place, but Valtteri is doing everything that he needs to do right now, so hopefully he won't spin and hit the barrier anytime soon, because that will really dampen his spirits. But last weekend it didn't seem like it dampened his spirits, because right now he is absolutely flying, and Max Verstappen is quite a few seconds behind. I think he's 1.5 behind Valtteri Bottas, and Lewis Hamilton will be trying to close up on Max Verstappen. Now we go into the 90-degree left-hander, and we on the exit. Oh no, we've wiggled a little bit, and now that's Sebastian Vettel's all alongside us as we try to squeeze him to the wall as close as we can, but he's down the inside, but we just keep it around the outside to seal that 6th place, as it almost got taken away from us. Go on board with us. We have Slipstream DRS overtaking Richmond, and to try to sail past our teammate as we're closing up ever so slowly, but we are closing up, and maybe we can go for a move into turn 1 if we are close enough. We're heading down towards turn 1. We send it down the inside, and we do get that overtake done before the exit of turn 1. There's an amazing overtake from us as we pass Pierre Gasly to get into 5th place, and that's a 5-6 for AlphaTauri. We go down the inside, around the outside actually, goes Lewis Hamilton on Max Verstappen. So Max has drove a fantastic race, but it seems like the Red Bull doesn't have as much pace as the Mercedes. As the Mercedes goes around the outside, and Lewis has that move done, but now look, it's Charles Leclerc trying to get past Max Verstappen as well, because he is so close to the inside, and now Charles Leclerc passes Max Verstappen, so Max Verstappen has lost 2 positions in the span of 3 quarters. That is so unfortunate for him, as he's driven a great race so far. now. Pierre Gasly is all on the back of us, and we are entering the final lap. And Pierre will really be turning up the engine and really be fighting us the entire lap to try to get that 5th place back from us, to try to outscore us in this championship. Right now, we're leading the championship over Pierre by quite a few points, so he will really be trying to get that points tally a little bit lower for us. But he is a little bit too far back, but he does have DRS, so that'll close it up very nicely. But into the tight, twisty section, we're in lean mixture right now, trying to save up our fuel to try to put it into rich mix for the long straights that Pierre maybe can't get by us. We're also charging up our battery at the moment, and Pierre is very, very close behind us, and he will really be pushing at this moment in time as we are struggling with tires a little bit as we go on board with Pierre Gasly, and we lock up a little bit, but there's nothing that he can do at this moment in time because it's so tight, and you can't go side by side through the castle section or there will be a crash. And after all, we are teammates, so he won't be trying to go for a stupid move, but we get a pretty good exit. But Pierre's got the overspeed on us, and he's closing all the time, and we try to cover him up, and he goes around the outside, but we have some amazing defensive moves on there. I must say, we are doing everything that we need to do to keep Pierre right behind us, and we go into the final real corner before the long straight, and Pierre will really be turning up the engine right now, but so are we. He saved everything on that final lap. He saved fuel and overtake mode, and we are deploying everything that we can to try to keep Pierre behind as we go onto the final straight, and it looks like Pierre will be a little bit too far, and we cross the line to take 5th place.
What a man, fantastic job, fantastic race. Absolutely amazing race today, mate. You should be really proud of your drive.
Really good job, guys. 5 positions during the race. I think that's amazing, and it's a lot of points for the team today. So Valtteri Bottas wins yet another race. So after last weekend's horrid time at Monaco, he has come back. He's bounced back perfectly to win this race with Lewis Hamilton in P2. Max Verstappen takes P3.
And so ends another Azerbaijan Grand Prix, a fascinating race and a well-deserved victory. Tell me, Ant, how did they manage to achieve this win?
Well, this was a real team victory. They put together a solid strategy today that appeared well suited to the conditions out on track. The driver did everything that was expected of them in the moment to really execute the team's plan to perfection, a shining example of how F1 really is a team sport.
After an excellent performance at the Grand Prix, I'm sure there'll be plenty of celebrations tonight amongst the Mercedes team, and they certainly deserve it.
We take home a heap of points as we take 5-6 in the Grand Prix. Leclerc got passed by Max Verstappen later on in the Grand Prix after getting overtaken by Charles Leclerc does Max Verstappen. So Verstappen did an amazing job today to get P3 after he got an amazing start, but the pace of the Mercedes was just too much for him. As we move to the driver's standings, we're in 7th. Pierre Gasly is in 10th. Valtteri Bottas leads Lewis Hamilton by 13 points. Yeah, I'm actually running a little bit of cold right now. It's not coronavirus. I got tested, and both tests came back negative, so it is just a cold. But hopefully I can get better before Canada, because Canada is always a good race, and it should be exciting.